Hello traders, welcome to the Friday trade recap and forecast. Last day of the week, no movement in the markets. I'm seeing no potential, just a heads up, but we're still going to go through it to prepare for the next week. So just an announcement, next week I will be on vacation, so no trade recaps, no forecasts, no videos next week, but I will try to look at the markets and potentially trade a little bit, so we will see how that will work. But yeah, I'm kind of taking a break. So euro US dollar range bound, stuck in a range, sideways movement, no conviction up, no conviction down. I didn't have an order on anywhere in this price action. I'm waiting for a breakout. This is classic end of December price action. Everything is slowing down, no movement. What we're waiting for is we're waiting for January. So we're waiting for a large impulse up and then a flag or a break and retest. And of course, we're waiting for a large impulse down, a flag and a break and a retest. So that's about it for EU. Let's go to EJ. This one stuck between the low and the high. I believe it is the same as Wednesday. So Wednesday we have also seen the price being stuck in a range. So same story here, ranging around, and I'm waiting for the break of the high or the low. I'm expecting more range-bound price action, especially next week. So I'm only trading if we get a nice break to the upside or to the downside, a nice impulse, a flag or a break and a retest, or a nice impulse and a flag and then a break and a retest to the downside. So I will wait for January most probably, and kind of nothing more to say here. Didn't have an order on anywhere here. Same story as on Wednesday. Right here I was not looking to sell anywhere because we had a huge wick and an aggressive retrace. Again, no trade for me. Then we come to the Aussie and the US dollar. So for this one, what I'm seeing is that in the prior price action we actually had some okay prior price action. It was nothing really that high probability, but I expect this move to a downside. So basically we had a range right here, stuck between the low and the high. Price was ranging around. Then we went into the upper liquidity area, got an ascending structure into it, an ascending channel, which is a high probability setup to go to a downside. We know that this area is full of stops, traders that are selling the top of this range, and of course they keep their stops above. They get taken out by the market makers, then we ascend, they get taken out again right here in this smaller liquidity area. That means that steam and fuel has been built for the price to start trending down, and I was definitely looking for a sell somewhere down here, but I never got an entry opportunity. So if some people had an order on for a retest, if some people had an order on here for a sell, I did not want to see an engulfing candle. I did not want to see one candle eat up these two candles. So yeah, I waited for something a bit more clear. Never got an opportunity, and then on the bottom I know some traders entered on a flag to go short. So right here we can see a flag form. Let's just replay it, and right here this is our flag. For me personally, we got a large wick right here, and we got this sort of an aggressive retrace. Look at the size of the first pullback candle, definitely bigger than the impulse candles, which for me is a momentum shift. It also did eat up two candles. So when I see a large wick and an aggressive retrace, that is a no trade for me. I'm definitely not taking any sort of a trade. This time it's good that I followed my plan. It would have been a 1% loss, so did manage to stay out of that loss. For the next week, I'm expecting just for the price to range around between the low and the high. What I'm waiting for is of course a break to the downside, and then a nice flag or a break and a retest, or a large impulse to the upside, a flag or a break and retest. Not really expecting to get it next week. I'm expecting larger range bound structures, being more patient and sitting on my hands. For the Aussie and the Japanese yen, I was actually in a trade right here. I did place a pending order. So let me tell you what I was seeing. Well, I was seeing a V reversal right here. I was seeing a range start, and I was seeing a push up, another range, and again a push up, pullback, and a continuation. So definitely I was seeing high probability price action for the price to continue going to the upside. But what actually happened, well, on the top I should have kind of seen this slowdown in momentum. So yeah, although the price was high probability to continue to the upside, as I said, when we get a V and we get a range, price usually continues trending to the upside. This formation right here was not as clean, and something for me to backtest, something for me to research on the Aussie and the JPY. We need a bit more momentum. So if you just look at these two candles, they're not really showing that much momentum compared to the candles prior. So yeah, kind of more of a valid trade and high probability, but I did have an order on right here. One thing also I liked, just a one candle pullback. So price basically went up, pulled back with just one candle and continued. And of course, placed a pending order, got taken out for a 1% loss. Yeah, not really that high of a probability trade, but was happy to risk it. Something for me to research and to backtest. Again, it's not really that bad of a trade, but I should have spotted a bit of a slowdown in momentum and this wick right here. So yeah, then I did have an order on as price went down. Right here I did also have an order on and the methodology was same as on the Aussie and the US dollar. I was basically seeing an ascending structure right here, and then price started reversed and started trending to a downside. So we got a push, pullback, and a continuation. Another thing I liked, we had a clear liquidity area right here, clear liquidity area. Just a second, so clear liquidity area right here also. Price went into the liquidity area, retraced, went into the another liquidity area, started ascending and retraced, and then reversed. So for me, we also got a push down, pulled back with just one candle and continued. Those are two confluences, and this is the highest probability setup in my trade plan. Basically, when we ascend into a liquidity area and then we get an opposite trend, it's like the cream of the crop, and this close was very good. So I was happy to have a pending short order at this level. I did not get tagged in, price just dropped without me. And yeah, after this candle I removed my order as it would have been too far from the entry area and it formed a large wick. So yeah, price went on without me. It happens, but I really like these setups. As I said, when we ascend into a liquidity area and then we get a trend in the opposite direction. So then what happened? Price went from an ascending, dropped down, descending, and started kind of ascending right here. At this general area, I did not have an order on anywhere. For me, this price action right here was starting to ascend and not trend. That's why I did not want to place a buy order. So currently, I'm just waiting for the price to develop a bit more. On the larger scale, I'm seeing also a V reversal happening here. So yeah, expecting a range, expecting a push up, and then potentially looking to buy on a large impulse. Or if this reverses, I will of course look to sell to a downside with a flag or a break and a retest. So currently not really showing me absolutely anything. I'm being a lot more patient. I don't consider this an uptrend. For me, it's more ascending. So I can also place the most recent break here. That's about it. For the pound, not seeing enough momentum. So maybe some people were looking for a flag right here. A flag did form, but for me, prior impulse, not enough momentum, and prior price action was also pretty bad. We were kind of correctively descending, as we can see right here. So correctively descending, and then went down, created a huge wick, kind of started ranging around the wick. So yeah, I just did not like it. 3 warning signs. First one, not enough momentum. Second one, huge wick. Third one, prior price action, pretty crap. So what I'm looking for on the pound and I would have been stopped out if I entered right here. This would have been the entry candle. So yeah, definitely good that I did follow my plan. What I'm looking for in the pound is of course a large impulse up or a large impulse down, and then a flag or a break and retest. Large impulse down, flag, break and retest. We shall see what will happen. Again, I don't expect any moves for the end of December or for the next week. Final pair, NJ, New Zealand, Japanese yen. For this one, I did not have an order on anywhere in the price. Basically what happened, of course, we had this push down, created a huge wick, retraced, got a V reversal. What do we expect after a V reversal? We expect a range, of course. A range happened. Then we broke the low right here. So basically right here we broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced again, broke the low again, retraced down here, and then reversed to the upside with a bit of momentum. I have to say it was a bit of momentum. Maybe some people were looking for a break and retest trade right here for it to retest this inside bar. For me, not enough of a break. It broke by just 1 or 2 pips. That's definitely not enough. And look at the overall price. Look at the prior price action. It's stuck in a V reversal. What do we expect after a V reversal? We expect a range. So definitely was not looking for anything here. Then price continued again right here also. For me, no trade. I'm expecting a range because of this larger V. And to be honest, even this smaller structure is starting to ascend. So yeah, not liking this price action. For me, it doesn't look high probability. What I'm looking for is, as always, push up, flag, break and retest, a large impulse of course, or a push down, flag, break and retest. Just a second. So, or a push down, flag, or a break and retest, and then to sell. What is the highest probability path for the price to take? Well, since I'm seeing a V reversal and since I'm seeing start of a range or an indication of a range, I do expect this price to push up. So usually, as I said, when we see a V, when we see a range, it usually pushes to the upside. If we get that, of course, I will look to buy on this leg. That's about it for the trade recap and forecast. So had only one trade. It ended up being a loss, unfortunately. It is what it is. It happens. Had some orders on, but overall price is classic December, crappy, sleepy price action. So that's about it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, guys. See you on the week beginning of the 2nd of January is when I'm back from vacation. That is when the videos will continue. That's it. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your trading if you're trading the next week, and I will see you in the next video.